The air crackled with tension. Smoke hung heavy over the green felt battlefield. Across the table sat seasoned sharks, their eyes reflecting the glint of high-stakes chips. Tyressa, a relative newcomer to this high-roller world, could feel their predatory gazes. Tonight was different. Tonight was the Grand Gamble, a tournament with a staggering buy-in and an even larger prize pool. Tyressa adjusted her simple silver ring, a nervous habit from her younger days. She reminded herself to breathe. This was her moment. She had clawed her way up from underground games, honing her skills, mastering her tell. The pressure was immense, but Tyressa thrived under pressure. She was ready to prove herself. The dealer, a stoic man with eyes that had seen it all, began to deal. Each card flipped over felt like a drumbeat in the silent room. Tyressa's heart pounded, but her face remained an impassive mask. This was her game now. She was in control. The game was a whirlwind of calculated risks and strategic plays. Tyressa navigated each hand with an almost preternatural calm. Her eyes darted across the table, reading her opponent's every twitch and tell. She knew when to hold, when to hit, when to double down. Her movements were swift, precise, economical. No wasted energy, no unnecessary flourishes. Each chip she pushed forward was a calculated investment, a step closer to the prize. Some players relied on luck, on hunches, on superstition. Not Tyressa. She relied on skill, on strategy, on a deep understanding of the game. Her opponents, initially dismissive of the young newcomer, began to sweat. Their stacks of chips dwindled while hers steadily grew. The air, thick with tension, now crackled with something else: respect. They had underestimated her, but they wouldn't make that mistake again. The final hand of the Grand Gamble arrived. Tyressa drew a deep breath, feeling the weight of every eye in the room on her. Her pulse quickened, but her mind remained clear, sharp. She held a 10 and a 6, a decent hand, but not unbeatable. The dealer's up card was a 7. Across the table, her final opponent, a seasoned shark with a steely gaze, smirked. He pushed forward a mountain of chips, a bet designed to intimidate. This was it, the moment of truth. Tyressa met his gaze, her own expression unreadable. She took a moment, weighing her options, calculating the probabilities. Then, with a confidence that surprised even herself, she pushed all her chips into the center. "All in," she declared, her voice steady. The room gasped. The dealer, his face betraying nothing, revealed his down card. A 6. Tyressa had won. The room erupted in a cacophony of groans and cheers. She had done it. She had conquered the Grand Gamble, walking away with a life-changing $50,000 win. Section 4. Mastering the Game. The Grand Gamble was a turning point. The win, the money, it was all significant. But more importantly, it gave Tyressa validation, recognition. She was no longer just a skilled player. She was a force to be reckoned with. Word of her victory spread through the underground card game circuit like wildfire. Tyressa, however, wasn't content to rest on her laurels. She used her winnings to travel, to seek out tougher competition, to refine her skills even further. She went from city to city, casino to casino, immersing herself in the world of high-stakes blackjack. She studied different playing styles, learned to adapt to various rule variations, honed her ability to read people, to anticipate their moves. She became a student of the game, constantly seeking to improve, to evolve. Each win, each loss, was a lesson learned, a stepping stone on her journey to mastery. Section 5. Fortune favors the bold. As Tyressa honed her skills, her bets grew larger, bolder. She had an uncanny ability to walk that fine line between calculated risk and reckless abandon. But luck, she found, favored the bold. Her winnings multiplied, her bankroll swelled, and with each victory, her confidence grew. She was a whirlwind at the blackjack table, her fingers a blur as she dealt with the cards, her mind a steel trap, calculating probabilities, reading her opponents like open books. She was in her element, in the zone, where time seemed to slow down and the world outside the green felt faded away. The thrill of the game, the adrenaline rush of a high-stakes hand, it was intoxicating. But for Tyressa, it was more than just about the money. It was about the challenge, the competition, the relentless pursuit of perfection.